Okay. Welcome, everybody. This is Move, Meditate, and Make a Difference. I'm Amber. Kaius is on his way down to also make the introduction. While we're waiting for him to get down the stairs, I'm going to have you stand with your feet shoulder width apart and just start shifting your hips and your feet. So you're kind of shifting from one side of your foot to the other. Okay, introduce us.
This is Move, Meditate, and Make a Difference. I'm Kaius, and that's Amber. She'll be teaching.
All right, thank you, Kaius. All right, so you're moving from one side of your foot to the other side of the foot, trying to get a big range of motion through the side of your ankles. And you get to use your hips too, as you go from side to side. And then you can add your breath. So remember to breathe. So for anybody who's new, I give a variety of difficulties for each exercise. We have a really wide range of abilities and ages. So look for the one that fits you, and give yourself the gift of compassion and enjoy the one that fits you. Don't belittle yourself for it not being the hardest one. It'll change from day to day. You'll do different ones. Over time, you will get stronger. That's the beautiful thing about our bodies. Okay, so bringing your feet closer together. And now you're going to do little knee circles. So you're just going to circle your knees in one direction. If you want a little bit easier way to notice the circle, put your hands on your knees. You're circling in one direction. You can feel what that does to your ankles too. You can feel them moving. And then you're going to circle the other direction. And then widen your legs again, just shoulder width. You're going to circle your hips. Now your feet are going to just stay completely stable on the floor. Circling one way around. And then you're going to circle the other way around. Knees are a little bit bent. Just an easy bend. Okay, now we're going to do the tricky one. You're going to try and circle your ribs. So this space from here to here. You're going to circle around. Not going to, sometimes I give more direction, and I will give more direction someday, but I'm not going to today. So if it's confusing, don't worry about it. Just move this part of your body. And next week, I'll give you more directions. And then go the other way. 2, 3. I just have these other things I want to get to, so I'm trying not to talk too much. Circling your shoulders. 1, 2, 3. And then circle the other direction. 1, 2, 3. Now big circles with your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to circle your head. 1. You don't have to emphasize the back. 2. It's almost more like you're circling your nose. 3. So that you don't get into a really pushed back neck at the back. Now circle the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look right and left. As big of range as you can. Now you're going to look down and up, but look up at a diagonal. Don't get to straight up. So look down and then up at a diagonal. 2, 3, 1 more. Okay, so we're going to do something we don't do all that often. We're going to do jumping jacks. We have done them, we just haven't done them in like a week or so. So you're going to bring your legs out and in. You can step out and in, or you can jump. We're going to do 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to do the front and back ones. So right arm, left leg, and then you switch. And you can just step. So this is the stepping version. Step, 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 or jump, jump. And this one may make you go, ah! And that's okay. I can't hear you, so you don't have to worry. And even if I could hear you, I wouldn't mind. Okay, we're gonna do one more time. Jumping, regular jumping jacks, star, pencil. That's how the preschoolers do it, star, pencil, and then front and back. This is your side version. And pause. I knew my hair was gonna fall down. I should have put it up more. Okay, next, we're gonna do one more warm up. Oh, we're gonna do the arm series. So you're gonna bring.
You describe it, I'll do it.
Jesse's gonna do it while I try and get my hair up. Elbows pulling straight back. Forearms are parallel to the floor. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna turn your palms to face down.
Okay.
And do the same thing. Okay, then turn your palms to face up. Thank you. That's a lesson. You should re-put your hair up after having slept on it for 8 hours. Now palms come around. So my sister sent me a Russian music video of some people that do this for the whole video, and it's really hilarious. It's not really all age appropriate, so if you're interested, you can privately message me and I'll share it. I mean, it's not crazy, but palms face each other. I don't think I'd show my grandma. So I'm not gonna post it on our Facebook group. But it does make you chuckle when you do this now, when I do this. And then palms face down for one more round. Now you're gonna bring your elbows, so keep your hands always, okay, here, this is the trick for doing this. When your palms are down, put your thumbs on your tummy. They stay touching your tummy the whole time, like you're drawing lines on your tummy. So they don't actually have to do that, but that's the correct position. Elbows come high, reaching them up. So it's a small action, they don't go past directly up. The rest of your body is stabilized, it's not moving. Then palms face forward. Looking for that straight line from elbow to elbow, not down here. And not out here. Now palms face out, same thing. So this one is a weird twist that you're doing. In order to keep your upper arm stable, it feels a little funny. Try to get your elbows all the way up in line with your shoulders. This is what they're gonna wanna do. So check and see if you can look in the mirror. You're also gonna wanna try and keep your palms really straight. So don't let your hands do this. Keep them really straight. We'll keep working on that and relax your arms. We're gonna go into the lunges. So today we're gonna go forward and back. So you're gonna have all your weight on your right leg. You're gonna lunge forward, and then you're gonna lunge back. Now this can be small, it doesn't have to be a big lunge. If balance is something that you're really working on, keep it small. If this is more of a challenge for your balance, don't put your foot down in between, but it is okay to put your foot down in between. If you really want to challenge your balance, look around all over your house as you're doing it and try not to fall over. That really will get your balance. We're gonna do one more time. And then you're gonna switch. So that was your right leg being the stable leg. Now your left leg's gonna be the stable leg. Again, it can be small. You don't have to do a big step, but you can do a big step, touching down in between. This is controlled, so I'm never banging my knee. Gently touching it down. And then you can also not put your foot down in between. And then you can add looking around. See if you can look around and not fall over. And you can actually do the looking around even at the little version. You could do the little version and just try looking around a little bit, because we use our eyes as one of our balancing mechanisms. Last one. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna do the spider crawl. So you're gonna need a little space on the floor, but you can go forward and like you can rotate if you need to. What we're gonna do is you're gonna get arms out, legs out. Wait, first I'll give you the version number 1. Version number 1, hands are underneath your shoulders, and you're just gonna walk sideways, going both directions. So that one's very stable underneath you. Version number 2, arms and legs are as wide as you can get them, and you're walking across the floor, back and forth. You're gonna move the same arm and leg at the same time. You're gonna make one more pass. You can adjust to having it be more stable. If it's too intense, good, and take a break. You're gonna come into your plank position. We're gonna have 2 options here. So you're on your forearms. Shoulders are directly over your elbows. Legs are back. Option number 1 is to just do a little march with your feet. So lifting your feet up, not letting anything else change. Option number 2 is to pull your knee into your chest. It actually comes out a little bit. So it's coming out like this, not like this, because then you run into the floor. So give it a try. Whichever option you're doing, keep your butt down, so don't stick your butt up in the sky. Pull your knees into the outside of your elbow, or just lifting your foot. Just a couple more. And pause. Starting to feel your abs working. We're coming back to the lunges. So starting with your right leg stable. Step back and forward. 2. So right leg is not changing its connection to the floor. Your left leg is moving to the front and to the back. To the front and to the back.
Hillis is too, and she's doing a great job.
Hillis is here.
So is Elizabeth.
Awesome, Elizabeth. Good work. Okay, you got one more time, front and back.
Sky is here, and he's doing a great job.
Sky is here.
And Alma's
Switch
here.
sides. And Alma. Now your left leg is your leg planted into the ground. You're stepping forward and back with your right leg. Forward and back. Staying really upright with your torso. Your torso follows your pelvis. You just do a couple more. Remember, there's always the smaller version with the balance, and you can be looking around, testing your balance too. One more front and back and come down. Now we're going to do the spider crawl. So you're going to get into this position on the floor or this position. And then you're going to walk sideways. So right leg, right hand, and follow. So you're moving across the floor as much space as you have. You might only go one step one way and then one step the other way. That's okay.
I wonder if you did it sideways so people could see where your arms are. Her arms are forward.
So I'm trying. So this is option number 1, hands right underneath your shoulders. Option number 2, your hands are not underneath your shoulders. And it's an entirely different balance game and core game. One more time. And back.
Yep.
Come down into your plank. Going right into, so you're tucking your tail so you're not sending your butt up. Holding here. You can march, or you can pull your knee side to side. If you start to feel it in your low back, I got a frog. Keep going, you guys keep going, I'll deal with my frog. You'll get extra plank. So if you feel it in your low back, you should come down and pause and then go up again. Do one more each side and then come on down. Whew. Are you guys starting to feel it? I am.
Yes.
All right, so that was our first circuit, and we're gonna do totally different. It's time for something completely different. You're gonna go into your high plank position. This is still shoulders. So arms are straight. Legs are gonna be hip width apart. The wider they are, the easier it is. So you can widen them if you need to. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift one arm. That's option number one. You just slowly and carefully lift one arm. An important thing to notice is that I'm not doing this. You guys see that? I'm going to do it from here, see if you can see. Watch my hips. Yeah. I want it to be so that if someone were watching you, they wouldn't know that you just lifted your arm. So let's all do option number one for starters, because it's crucial and it should be hard to not let your hips move. So even the simplest version of this one is not easy if you do it correctly. So you're lifting and setting back down. You might not be able to breathe while you do it. With practice, you will be able to. But sometimes holding your breath helps keep your pelvis stable. One more time each side. Good. And come down, shake out your hands for a minute. Now, you're either going to repeat that, or you're going to do the second version. So for the second version, you can imagine, Thea was asking me about glass floors. So imagine that I'm on the floor. This is the glass floor you can see through. Your hand comes up, out, and then back down. And that speed, up, out, and back down. And there should be no change in the rest of your body. So you'll do 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. Or you can just do the slow lift up and lower down that we were doing before. So everybody, into position. Hand comes up, out, back down. Get your weight on both hands again. Up, out, back down. One more time. Up, don't speed. And down. Other side. Up, out, back down. Find your center. Up, out, back down. One more time. Up, out, and back down. Nice. Now we're going to do lying on your back, butt up in the air, a low bridge. So feet are planted pretty close to your butt. You squeeze your butt and lift it up. Option number one, stay here. Yeah? So everybody get into this position. You can hold here. We're going to hold here for a little while. Then option number two, your legs need to be a little bit closer together, is to go to one leg. Hold it for a couple seconds. Switch to the other leg. Your butt is really working. This should not be dropped down. Pressing up. Switch to the other leg. You're pressing your hip bones up toward the ceiling with your glute muscles. It's not about the ribs. So I don't want you to be doing this. So your ribs are really getting high. Drop your ribs down. So you're really focused on your butt. Holding here just a little bit longer. Focusing on your butt. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Drop your ribs even more, everybody. especially Jesse. There. Lift that leg. And lift that leg, really feeling your butt. One more time. Lift a leg if you're at that level, or just squeezing your butt. And relax. Okay, now Hillis is gonna hang out here. If you also happen to be very near term for your pregnancy, you can also hang out here. Or if abs are extra challenging, this is also a great place to hang out. I'm just tipped back. I'm making sure that I'm tucking my tail and I'm holding this position. So that's option number one. Option number two, you're gonna come up on one arm, trying to touch your opposite leg. So I'm actually coming up onto my arm. You're reaching across. So get started doing one of those. Option number three is to not put your feet down on the floor. We got just a couple more. Up, up, one more each side, up, up, and then relax. Whew. We're going back to, oh, we're not, we're done. That was our time. I lost track of time. I went an entire minute and a half extra. Okay, so let me get a chair.
I got it.
I could have just kept going and going. Okay, thank you guys.
All right.
Good work, everybody.
It was worth the extra minute and a half, I'd say. You guys are all doing good adjustments for however your body is. I'm watching you guys and it looks good. So today, let's just find a settled position. Settled in your back. Really let your weight fall into the chair. Let your shoulders drop. Take some nice healing breaths. Relaxing. Close your eyes if you're in a good space to do so.
Mommy, I have to go back in now. Because I did find out the approach. So, don't put that vehicle.
Beautiful inhales, beautiful exhales. Relaxed jaw. Paying attention to the breath. If you ever are in these meditations and you sort of find yourself lost, like, I don't know what to do, or your mind starts wandering off into your to-do list or something like that, just come back to your breath and pay attention to it. Be very deliberate. Very focused, but not tense. Settle. I want you to imagine that your body is like a pool. And your daily life, there's a lot of weather. There's rain and wind. Sometimes there's thunderstorms and the pool gets all sloshed about and mixed up. In meditation, we get to let the weather settle down so that the pool becomes very still. All the water the waves slow down till they're imperceptible. Everything becomes silent, still, clear. Let this silence and stillness move into any parts of your body that are feeling stressed out. Maybe it's your lower back, maybe it's your neck, maybe it's the knee. Wherever it is, let this stillness, this calm weather, relax that part of your body.
Can you help me with my castle now?
Now, for the last part of our meditation, I'd like everyone to think of someone in their lives who may be struggling a bit. Health problems or job problems, emotional problems, addiction problems, whatever it is, somebody who may be struggling a bit. And I want you to send your goodwill towards that person. What does it feel like to send your goodwill towards that person? Send them energy, wisdom, send them the silence and peace that you've developed here today. Notice what this does to your own posture, to your own energy. Send out one last exhale to that person, an exhale of goodwill. Then come back into your own body. A few more breaths. Centered. Upright. Relaxed. Let's inhale and exhale together. Ready? And inhale. And exhale. Open your eyes. All right. Thank you for joining me for meditation. It's time for Make a Difference. I like your flowers.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So, you want to say it? Or should I? Okay. So the Make a Difference for today, if you didn't know, it's National Prayer Day. So if you could have a prayer, the meditation today was kind of about in the same spirit. You could have a prayer for somebody. You could have a meditation from somebody. If this is more your language, send good vibes to somebody. Whatever it is that you do, set aside a couple of minutes and do just that. Okay, so that's the Make a Difference for today.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow.
What about my Make a Difference?
And
You can
we'll
tell it right over
go
here.
over there
Yeah, go right over there.
and be on the other screen, and Caius will tell you his Make a Difference. And we'll chat for a little while if you're available to chat.
All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. You're joining us on Facebook. Thank you.
Because we can't see the people on Facebook.
Does your camera work this morning?
This is your computer.
Mine didn't work yesterday.
Neither did mine, but it works today.
There's something goofy about that link.